respond to the main thrust of the NDC's accusations. But it is important that we make it clear that the NPP is and cannot be part of any conspiracy whatsoever to rig the 2020 election. The NDC has sat together to plan and have finally come out with the details of their fake conspiracy theory against the NPP. A fake conspiracy theory does not become a credible conspiracy just because an opposition that is afraid of losing a free and fair contest says so. We want the people of Ghana to ask the NDC this simple but important question. So what is it about the 2012 voters register that the NDC is so determined to protect it from being replaced? What is in that register and the voter management system, VMS, that the NDC is threatening civil war if it is changed for a better one? Why is the NDC placing its entire electoral fortunes on that controversial register, which was compiled under their term in office? Please remember that this is the first time ever that any opposition party in Ghana has complained so loudly against the compilation of the new voters register. Under President Rawlings, the EC compiled a new register, and the NPP in opposition supported it. Under President Kufuor, the EC compiled a new register, and the NDC then, under John Atta-Mills, did not complain. In 2012, under President John Atta-Mills, the EC set out to compile a new register, and the NPP did not only welcome it, we were constructive in pushing for futures to enhance its credibility. It is that same register that the Supreme Court ruled that it was wrong for the EC to accept the National Health Insurance Card as an ID source for registration in 2012. We set out in opposition to campaign for that discredited register to be changed. The NDC in government opposed our campaign. It was not done. We all know. But we did what any responsible political party must do. We organized ourselves and prosecuted our campaign, and the people of Ghana gave us the highest number of parliamentarians and the highest margin of nearly 1 million votes in the presidential elections. Our focus since then has been to justify the confidence that the Ghanaian people repose in us, with Akufo-Addo giving the people a caring and decisive leadership which John Mahama is not capable of delivering. The NDC National Chairman said this afternoon that the NPP set out to rig the 2020 general elections immediately we took office in 2017. Well, Ghanaians know better. The focus of President Akufo-Addo and his government upon assuming office was to fix the economy that President John Mahama and his NDC rigged in their 8 years in office. It remains our focus to manage the crisis caused by COVID-19 in a way that the Ghanaian economy and society will come out of this crisis stronger and more united. The plan of NDC is nothing more than to fabricate grounds for chaos, disunity, and fear. They are doing this because they do not have a good candidate and a good story to tell the voters in December. It is on record. It is that record of a rigged leadership under John Dramani Mahama that the NDC must be afraid of bringing back to face the Ghanaian people for their votes, and not the fake conspiracy to rig elections against them. NDC must be reminded that the NPP, as an opposition party, beat the NDC in 2016 and by the largest margin ever in Ghana's history against an incumbent president in Ghana's history. It is not the fault of any Ghanaian that the NDC chose to bring back as their presidential candidate for 2020, the very man whose hands the NDC suffered their biggest defeat in history. It is not the fault of NPP that the NDC chose to bring back as their 2020 presidential candidate the very same man who gave Ghana the worst economic growth performance since 1994. It is not the fault of President Akufo-Addo that the NDC has very little confidence in their own chosen candidates for the 2020 elections in the person of John Mahama. We do not need the EC to rig an election in our favor. A government that has put 1.3 million children to school, who, if NDC was in power, would be on the streets, does not need an election to be rigged in its favor. A government that has restored industry and is creating jobs for the people does not need an election to be rigged in its favor. A government that has put 100,000 unemployed graduates to work does not need an election to be rigged in its favor. A government that has put the interests of the ordinary Ghanaian first, whether it is protecting money of millions of depositors or absorbing the cost of electricity and water of 30 million Ghanaians to ease the suffering of the people when there is a crisis, such a government does not need an election to be rigged in its favor. The President, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, continues to show leadership and commitment to the welfare of ordinary Ghanaians, and it is this which gives us the confidence that the Ghanaian people will recognize his leadership and performance and allow the party that knows how to deliver to continue. We intend to fight and win in December based on our performance. Let me repeat. Ghanaians must find out why the NDC is so against the compilation of a new register which promises enhanced security features such as facial recognition. What is it about the 2012 register and the voter management system that the NDC holds so secret? What is it about the 2012 register and the voter management system that the NDC claims if it is replaced, they will never win an election? In what way did they tie their electoral fortunes to the maintenance of a discredited register and system? They ought to tell us what is it about the 2012 register that the NDC claims they are prepared to foment trouble if it is replaced. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, Ghana, since the establishment of the Fourth Republic, has had registers compiled at various stages of our journey towards perfecting our democracy. 1992, 1996, 2004, and 2012. So basically, we have had new registers compiled every 8 years since 1996. And for each of those exercises, the idea has been to introduce features that are better than the previous one, with a view to secure the sanctity of the register. So why is the NDC afraid of an improvement in the security and soundness of the register and the voter management system? We have elections in December, and as President Akufo-Addo has made it clear that the election must and will be held as scheduled as far as the government is concerned. The NPP is not afraid to face the electorate, assuming for the sake of argument that the coronavirus is still with us, like now in 7 months' time, and that is a possibility. Will the NDC be against the holding of an election? There are some over 1 million odd young people who have attained the age of 18 since last year. They have a right to be registered, and so the EC will register them. How is this registration going to be done? Or is the NDC suggesting that we disenfranchise all these people? The EC has a mandate to conduct elections in December. The NDC should be constructive in discussing how at least the over 1 million Ghanaians who will be old enough to register to vote this year will be done, even under this period of social distancing. It is important that we support the EC in all the processes that will lead to delivering free, fair, and credible elections. Not only is the NDC against the compilation of a new register, they are similarly against the issuance of national identity cards. They tried in 8 years to issue a national ID, but were not competent enough to get it done. The NDC could not issue a single card in their 8 years when they were in office. The benefits of having a national ID are varied and far-reaching. In South Korea and Mauritius, for example, where citizens and foreign residents are properly documented, national IDs have helped to curb the spread of the coronavirus disease. For instance, in the course of its 6 weeks lockdown in Mauritius, residents have been permitted to go out for basic necessities according to the alphabetical order of their surnames. Currently, there are no active cases in Mauritius. Such an innovation will be difficult to implement in Ghana without proper citizen and resident identification. Everyone knows who lives in their homes. We can identify them. Parents can identify their children and wards by name and face. Every entrepreneur knows who works in their company. If it's a big organization, they provide them with ID cards. Even the NDC has an ID card for their members. So why is NDC so against a project that seeks to do for all our citizens and residents what the NDC has done for its members? So why is the NDC against a national project that seeks to do what the NDC has done for itself? We understand and appreciate that there are potential risks associated with bringing people together to register for the national ID. The NPP would like to encourage the NIA to share with the public their coronavirus risk mitigation strategies. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, we call on the NDC to face up to the realities of the time and convince the Ghanaian people why they must bring an inept, clueless, and incompetent Mahama back to power after he ran down the country in the manner that he did. We didn't elect their flag bearer for them. They elected him. If they find that he is an albatross around their neck, they should not be making excuses way ahead of the election in order to justify his loss in December, which is inevitable.
Sure.
We will end by saying that we support the compilation of a new register, but we'll leave the decision to the Electoral Commission today. However, with or without a new register, a new patriotic party is prepared to campaign and win the endorsement of the overwhelming majority of Ghanaian people once again in the next polls, based purely on what we are delivering to them to protect and improve the lives of the people in every corner of the country. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. Thank you.